So hey guys, and I haven't seen you guys for a while. I kind of, I went basically, before I left, I can't really talk. I've been vlogging a lot, but I kind of like lost inspiration for this channel a little bit, and then I went on holiday and I didn't have anything to upload. I accidentally deleted half of the video I was supposed to upload. And so I was just like, do you know what? I need a break. So I had a week break, got back, and then I was at work, so I haven't really been able to film anything until now. So I'm really sorry that this is a kind of thrown together last minute video that's also a bit of an excuse video, and it's also coming after a bit of a break. But anyway, I'm here and I'm doing a video. Also, this makeup consists of about 3 things, so this is not a complicated makeup look either. And obviously I haven't filmed for a while, so I'm a bit out of it. So basically, this is the makeup I took on holiday with me to Spain, and I've just remembered there's another 3 things downstairs that I haven't got. And also I did leave some things there because we drove there and then I've flown back, so I couldn't take some things because I only had hand luggage. So there's a couple of things, I'll just quickly get through them now. I took my Smashbox primer water. I took, also to just minimise what I was bringing back, I left some lipsticks. So I had a couple of NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, and I had some Caitlin Long Lasting liquid lipstick things. I had those as well. I can't think of anything else right now, other than the fact that the things that are in my bag downstairs, I might as well just tell you them now, was my Max Factor False Lash Effect mascara, which I love, although I have recently discovered one that I love more. So yeah, there's that. And also Maybelline Fit Me powder and the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I love and I've used today. So that's what I haven't got, but now I'm going to get into what I have got. So I've got a roll, it's not really a roll, it's like one of those things full of brushes, and a thing full of normal makeup. So I'm just going to kind of warn you, this is not like a condensed makeup bag. It's not like everything that you need for a full face of makeup in like 5 products. It's everything that I wanted to take on holiday with me, and I could take as much as I wanted pretty much. So I've taken quite a bit, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to just see the sorts of things that that I decided to take, you know what I mean? So yeah, first things first, Benefit Professional Matte Rescue. Really love this. This is like my go-to primer at the moment. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I actually do tend to wear this because it just gives myself, kind of mattifies my skin, and I just think it smooths everything out a little bit. It does kind of fill in some pores and stuff, so I think this is just a really good base, so I always take that with me. Next, Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. This is my kind of summer foundation at the moment. It's the right colour for me. I've got it in 200 beige, or 200 soft beige, so it's kind of a good colour for me when I've got a tan, and that's kind of the only reason I took that. The formula's okay. I think I've done a video on it. Must have done a video. I'm pretty sure I did a first impressions on it, but yeah, so that's that. Got the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. This is my favourite eye primer. Just love it. It's really great. No, it's actually more than that. It used to be £15.50. I think it's gone up to about, I want to say like £18. That might not be quite that much. I think it's maybe £16 now. But yeah, really like that. It's a great primer. I've got the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Damsel. It's just a really nice eyeliner, and I love the formula. It stays like all night, you know, you're not got to worry about it. It's just like a really dark black brown colour. You wouldn't know it's not black unless you swatched something black next to it, but I think it looks really nice kind of, you know, in the waterline and stuff, and it's a little bit less, it's not quite as severe as black, I think. I quite like it with my blue eyes as well. I think it looks really nice. I think it looks more brown on camera. You can see it's like, you know, it's pretty much black, but it's not quite black, but I really like it, and yeah, it's really long lasting. Love the formula. Next, I have this lipstick. I am just pulling things out. There is no method to this. I have this number 7 lipstick. It's the Stay Perfect range, and it's in the shade Classic Rose. Just a really pretty pinky colour. I actually kind of forgot I had this. I think I left it in Hannah's room, my sister, once, and she brought it to Spain and said, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "Yes, that is mine." Yeah, it's a really pretty, I feel like it's like a purpley toned pink colour. Just a nice kind of everyday shade, actually. I really like that. I need to wear that more. And it's kind of not like, it's not really got a sheen to it, but it's not quite matte. It's kind of like a demi-matte sort of finish. I've got a MAC lipstick, cream sheen one in Shanghai Spice. I love this lipstick. It's my favourite lipstick ever. Yeah, just a nice kind of creamy nude colour. Just my lips but better sort of thing. What's next? I have the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. This is like a pressed pigment type thing. It's in the shade Amber Rush. I take this everywhere with me. It looks so nice all year round. It's just like a rose gold colour, and it's just the most beautiful thing ever. I really want to buy some more of these in different shades because I really like the formula. I really like the kind of how reflective they are and stuff. They're just really nice. Yeah, I think there's a kind of silvery shade that I want to get. I think that would look really cool. Especially around like Christmas, like proper like glitzy eyes. I think that would look amazing. But yeah, really love this, and I think you can only get this in America. I got it in America when I went, so yeah. Palettes wise, I took 3. I took my Naked Basics palette, the original one. This is just a really great palette with full of matte shades, like so. Sorry, I just changed my memory card, and I'm using a memory card I've never used before, so I'm hoping it still looks okay and everything. But yeah, I take the Naked Basics palette basically, so I've just got, you know, all the essential shades. It's got a matte black, it's got kind of like a shimmery base colour, you know, just all the basic shades that I can create any look out of. So I always take that with me. I've got the MUA Undress Me 2 palette, which is basically the Naked 2 palette, because I really like to wear these kinds of shades in the summer. I think it looks really cool and I just like it, and yeah, I just like it. I like the kind of these sorts of golds. It is cool toned, isn't it? I'm not going crazy. If it's not cool toned, someone correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's cool toned. So yeah, I take that. And the last palette I take is my Steeler in the Light palette. I actually, in hindsight, didn't really need to bring this many palettes, but I thought, oh, I'll just take it anyway. So yeah, I really love this shade here. It's like a base colour. Kitten's beautiful. Bubbly's beautiful, like a goldeny colour. And then there's some nice mattes kind of to go through the crease, and some nice kind of deeper, darker, shimmery colours as well in there, which I've really enjoyed. And also, a good thing about this palette is it's got a nice mirror, so if you are kind of on the go and you if you are on the go, then you know, you can use that. And we went on a ferry to get there, so that was really useful when we were on the ferry. This palette, actually, that eyeliner I showed you, the Steel eyeliner, came with this palette, so if you want both of them, buy them in this set. I don't know why that came out so weirdly. Sorry, I'm not quite with it. Next up is my favourite brow product of the moment. It is the Freedom Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Blonde. I got this in like a bargain bin in Superdrug. Someone had stuck their finger in it or something. I just cleaned it up and used it, and I actually really loved it. First I didn't think it was the right colour, but the more I use it, I think it is the right colour. I haven't got it on now, I've used my Gimme Brow, but it's really good if I want a bit more of a structured brow. Gimme Brow is a little bit darker, this is a little bit lighter as well, so it kind of like depends on what I want. If I want like a really like easy but maybe a little bit darker brow, I use Gimme Brow, or I can use them both together. I've also got the Ready Set Brow, which I got in a magazine, I want to say Marie Claire, so I often use that and that together, but I've left that in Spain as well just so that I could minimise on what I was bringing home. Then have 4 powder products. First things first, I have my Clarins Illuminating Cheek Colour in shade 2, Soft Peach. This is essentially a blusher. Oh, bum. Trying to open it, it's really hard to open without using nails. There we go, this is just a little like tester size, but it's really, really pretty, and I just love it. It's really nice, just everyday blusher. And then I have the NYC or New York colour bronzer in the Sunny shade. This is just a really, really pretty bronzer. It's easy to just kind of swirl your brush in, although you do have to be quite careful with it because it's extremely pigmented, but the more tanned I get, the like less I have to care, because obviously it's like nearer to my skin tone, so I'm just like woohoo. But yeah, really enjoy that in summer. It's really affordable as well if you can get your hands on it. It's like literally a couple of pounds. Next, I have the MUA Bronze and Sculpt Contour Kit. I literally brought this for the highlight in it. I really like the highlight. It's like a shimmery, champagne-y kind of colour. You can't really see it, you can sort of see it on the end. It's just a really nice colour. It's not really like anything else I have, except, what was the one I was using a lot before I went away? I can't remember. I have another highlight that I was using before we went when was it? Oh, it was from the Carly Bible palette. That was the one I was using, and they're quite similar. That one's a bit nicer, but it was so much bigger. I didn't want to take the whole palette, so I just took this. The contour shade's quite nice as well. I just didn't find myself reaching for it. My favourite discovery of the kind of last few weeks has to be this NYX or NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. I use this under my eyes every day, makes the biggest difference. It's basically a yellow powder, but it just brightens them up so good, kind of counteracts any dark under eye action, and makes me look like I've had at least 2 more hours sleep, so I love, love, love that. Okay, so now we're going on to brushes. First brush is by MUA. I think it's an F4 brush. It's basically their big powder brush. The writing has pretty much rubbed off it. You can see a little bit of it there. I literally just use this to apply my powder, nothing else. It's a good basic powder brush. Next, I have the Real Techniques blush brush. I again love this for applying blush. I find it just makes blush going on so much easier. Like, I worded that so badly, but I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to put too much on with this brush, and it's so soft. I could just rub it on my face for hours. It's so soft. Next, I have the Real Techniques buffing brush from the Core collection. This one's about 3-4 years old. Probably need a new one, but yeah, this is just what I use to apply my foundation. Then I have the MUA, I want to say F12, yeah, F12 brush. Tapered, fluffy brush. I use this to bronze, to kind of sort of contour, more like sculpting my face than contouring. I don't really do contouring, but because it's got a slight pointed edge, if you just touch it at the end, if you just get a little bit on the edge, you can kind of do like a soft contoured look, which I really like for kind of just if I'm going out in the evening or something. That's kind of what I'll do rather than like a credit card contouring, you know. I'm not really into that, but I do quite like a little bit of a soft contour, and this brush is really good for that. To bronze, I have brought the Duo Fibre face brush, another Real Techniques one. Basically my brushes consist of Real Techniques and MUA, because for me they are the best. Real Techniques are a little bit better quality, but they're a bit more expensive. MUA are really good, they're just a bit cheaper, and they're bringing out more and more brushes now. Like, they used to have quite a small collection, but now it's much better, so I definitely check out MUA for brushes. But this one is a Duo Fibre one. I do not believe that MUA do Duo Fibre brushes, but I really like this for bronzer because, like I said, it's quite pigmented. The NYC one is quite pigmented, so this applies a much smaller amount, and again makes it harder for you to go crazy with the bronzer. For highlight, I use the MUA F12 brush. It's just a big fluffy brush, and it makes applying highlight really super easy. And to blend out concealer, I use the Real Technique contour brush. To set under my eyes, I use the Real Technique setting brush. This, yeah, it's just a really great shape and size. It's slightly pointed, so you can kind of get into like your eye socket and around there. And yeah, it's very yellow because I use it with the banana powder. So now we're getting on to eyes and eyebrows. Eyebrows, I use 2 products. To apply the Freedom Brow Pomade, I use this brow brush by Real Techniques. It comes in their eye collection, whatever it's called. And to kind of comb through my eyebrows, I use the MUA E5 brush, just literally like a spoolie thing. Okay, so eyes now. I've got 2 of these ultra basic Superdrug own brand eyeshadow brushes. They aren't amazing, but they're cheap, and they've actually lasted me a really long time. I've had one of these I've had for literally probably about 7 years, and the other one, I bought another one like a year after, so I've got 3 of them in total. I took 2 with me. Really good to just apply base shadow, and they wash quite easily as well because they're really synthetic-y fibres, so they don't hold too much product. Next, I have 2 brushes that I use to kind of apply like a kind of glittery or shimmery colour, and I tend to use it to kind of like apply on like the outer kind of corner. I have this one from Real Techniques, which is the base shadow brush, and this one from Crown Brushes, which doesn't have a name, but they're both essentially the same. They're slightly pointed, slightly tapered, fluffy brushes, but they're just really, really nice to apply kind of like the main colour and then like sort of just roughly blend it before you go in with a proper blending brush. And they're also quite good for applying pigments with because they're really fluffy, so you can really kind of pack on a lot. This brush is the Deluxe Crease Brush by Real Techniques. I use this to kind of neaten up around the edges. I always keep it clean, or I use like a really light bit like nude skin coloured eyeshadow, and I will just kind of brush around underneath, just like neaten up a flick if there is a flick with it, and it's just a very dense kind of flat topped domed brush. But yeah, that's the only thing I really use it for. I don't really see how you would use it as a crease brush. Like for me, I feel like it's too big for my crease. I suppose I probably could. I've never really tried using it as a crease brush because to me it just always looked wrong. But I don't know, I might have to try it as that for once. Now I have 3 kind of crease type brushes. I have one from NYX and I cannot remember the number. Oh, it's number 17. Big fluffy black brush. If you hear any weird noises, by the way, the dog is being blimmin' adorable over there. She's asleep in her bed, but every now and then she kind of like moves around and like makes noises. But she's really cute. So yeah, I've got that. This is just like what I apply stuff in my crease with, and I kind of just apply it and blend at the same time. I've probably just put something on there because I know these brushes aren't clean. But yeah, that one was really affordable. I think, well, really affordable. It was kind of moderately affordable. Not quite MUA prices, but like less than like Sigma and stuff. And speaking of Sigma, I have the tapered blending E35 brush, which I've had for years, and it's starting to kind of age a little bit, so I may end up buying a new one. But no, this is a really, really good brush. It's a bit more dense, a little bit more firm than the NYX one. The NYX one's quite easy to kind of squish. This one's a little bit harder. And also, kind of the same brush again, I have the Crown C441 Pro Blending Crease. They were all essentially the same brush, except this one, the Crown one's a little bit more tapered at the end. I think the Sigma and the Crown one are much more comparable. The NYX one's a little bit more fluffier. So I think I use this one more for blending and these two for more like a prime product. But yeah, those are my 3 favourite blending brushes. I've kind of had a couple of other like cheaper ones in the time. I don't really like the one that MUA do. It's a bit small, it's a bit too dense and like a bit scratchy. But yeah, those ones are my favourites. I have lastly the Kiko 212 brush, which is a really short, flat, like straight across brush, which I use to put colour on my lower lash line, or if I want to do like liner but with eyeshadow, I will use this and I can get right up to my lash line and apply the product, and it's just a really good brush for that. I don't use it that often because I don't really do that very often, but you know what I mean, it's a really handy brush to have if you want kind of like a smoky look, but that's really focusing on your lash line. So that, believe it or not, is everything I brought with me, apart from obviously the couple of things I don't have with me that I kind of briefly told you about. I actually did a bit of shopping whilst I was there. I went into Kiko and bought a fair amount, so there will be a Kiko haul coming up soon. There was a couple of things that I like swatched in the store but I couldn't buy because they were sold out, so I think I'm going to order a few more things and then do it. So it'll probably be the next, if not the next, the one after that video that I upload. I'm reducing my videos to 2 a week, although I originally said 3. I didn't always do 3. But I aim to, so I upload Wednesdays and Sundays, and I have a vlog that goes up sometime in the week because I'm not restricting myself with the vlogs because I get so behind on them. So yeah, and I've just put my hand in the swatches. So that is that, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave any video requests down below. I'm going to be doing an update video very soon and a video on my experience in sixth form, so look out for those as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye!